Live from Sin City, it's the Sox and Pinstripes Podcast. And now, here's the star of the show, Giant Dr. Griffin!
This is Diet Dr. Griffin back with another episode of the Sox and Pinstripes Podcast. As you can tell from the breaking of my voice, it is championship week in fantasy, and there is no more stressful experience that you will ever encounter in fantasy baseball than trying to win a championship. It never gets any easier. It is always miserable. Were you feeling miserable the week that you beat me for the championship up until the moment that you beat me for the championship?
Yeah, and because it was so close, I was literally like holding my breath the whole entire time, watching Corbin Carroll have a chance to get an RBI, I think 2 times in that game, and watching him strike out once and fly out once and being like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. So going into today, I was up 14-5 on Jeff. I had some great pitching and some great offense early in the week. And then I made the brilliant decision of picking up Max Scherzer to start the game today because, I thought, you know what, Scherzer's pitched really well this year. He's been doing good, and he's against the Royals, and the Royals aren't a particularly great offensive batting club. Well, he ends up giving 7 earned runs in 0.2 innings.
Let's go, baby.
Only saving grace for Max is that he only walked 1 hitter during that stretch.
Okay, there you go.
So that's at least a positive. But he's down 7-1 right now, so that's most likely going to be a loss for me in that category. And my ERA, which was like in the 3s, went up to about 4.5. and I'm thinking to myself here, I didn't want to pitch Robbie Ray tonight against the Dodgers, but at this point, if Scherzer's already going to give up the ghost in 0.2 innings, how much more damage can I cause myself by playing Robbie Ray at this point?
Yeah, I think none more damage is the answer to that question.
I'm losing in strikeouts. I need the volume. I got Jacob Misiorowski playing with the Brew Crew that just started up. I don't know how that one is going yet because I really haven't had a chance to check.
Nice. Misiorowski.
Yeah, Misiorowski. I swear I've been massacred twice this week by the Royals hitters because I had Bryce Miller a couple days ago against the Mariners.
Yeah, that was unlucky. Bryce's start was unlucky because Matt Brash kind of gave that one up at the very end. So
yeah, I got lucky there that he didn't give it up further. I had Cole Reagans coming off the injured list, and I was like, do I really want to start a guy who hasn't pitched in like 3 months onto one start? I couldn't bring myself to do it, and he only made it like 3.2 innings because he wasn't fully stretched out.
Yeah, and he gave up the 2 home runs too. So
he gave up a home run to Suarez, so it was only 2 runs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a 2-run homer. I was watching. This week I decided to take off from the gym, and this is not proven to be a smart decision because I'm watching more baseball than I have in a while.
My Mariners are playing the Astros, and this series will really determine whether they're going to take the AL West or go for the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, the Mariners in their witchy woman situation, they ended up winning 10 games in a row. The Bryce Miller game was the one they lost, and then they won last night. So they've gone 11-1 since the incident with the witch, and they're still like tied for first place. They didn't really gain much ground on the Astros.
Astros decided to start winning as well. So I think we're half a game ahead of the Astros, though, right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing right now, so
yep.
We shall see how happens there.
Yep.
But we got some big news here because a legendary player has elected to call it a career after the season. Did you hear about Mr. Kershaw?
No, Clayton is hanging up the cleats, huh?
Yes, he made the announcement. I can't remember if it was yesterday or a couple of days before, but he is officially going to call it a career after the season.
Well, good for him, honestly. So
he's younger than us, and he's just had a lot of injuries over the years, and I think he decided just to call it a day. So
Yeah, I mean, even though he's younger than us, he plays like he's old. I mean, he plays like he's as old as Justin Verlander, and Verlander's like 41. So,
Verlander, I think, is 42, and as far as I can tell, Verlander seems to want to pitch next year.
oh yeah, this guy's gonna. Verlander's one of those guys. I think he's gonna like pitch until they're like, you know what? No one's gonna give you a contract anymore, so you're done.
Yeah, and Scherzer might be done after this start. Jeez.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Clayton Kershaw memory?
Oh man, Doesn't he have a perfect game? Probably that one.
I don't know if he has a perfect game or not. I should probably look that up. I probably should have brought more to the table doing this, but that's how we operate here. We just kind of fly off the seat of our pants sometimes, and the show can get derailed because of one crazy moment.
Has thrown one professional level perfect game in his career. Oh, it was in high school. Whatever.
He did pitch a no-hitter in the majors, though.
Oh, okay. So probably his no hitter is probably my favorite memory.
I have to tell you, I went to a baseball game with our buddy Jeff here. I would say like 10, it was at least, it was quite close to 10 years ago. It was Clayton Kershaw versus Max Scherzer at the Dodger Stadium.
Oh, that would be a really good matchup.
Yeah. And I think it's like only the second time they had played each other. There's that famous image, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there was a game between the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers where Greg Maddux and Randy Johnson were supposed to start.
Yeah.
But both of them got pulled for whatever reason. I don't remember if it was injuries or something else. And so two young kids named Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer faced off.
Man, that would have been such a good game to watch.
Well, I mean, I don't know how good of a game that was, but the one later on was like just after all of their Cy Young Award winning performances, and both of them were still really good at that point in time. Scherzer
Yeah.
was with the Nationals at that point, and still pretty effective. I think this was like 2014, 2015 in
Oh,
that
okay. Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly when it was, but
Yeah. I mean, I think Clayton too, he throws that classic curveball just like Justin Verlander, where it's like a true just 12-6, no slurve, no horizontal movement, just straight up and down. Very, really fun to watch when he's on. So
Kershaw was so good, and he's gonna obviously probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He got
not
over
only that,
3,000
but he
strikeouts.
almost when the Astros were cheating, he still almost won that game. And they knew what pitch was coming.
Yeah. Although
That's how good Clayton Kershaw was. They knew what pitch he was going to throw, and he still almost won that game.
Well, I mean, Greg Maddux would have won that game.
Yeah.
Greg Maddux would tell you what he was throwing, and you still wouldn't get it when he was at the top of his game.
Yeah, that's because Greg Maddux would have played mind games with you 6 months earlier, then remembered what your tendency was, and then just messed with you the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, I saw this video of Greg Maddux. He was talking about how I think it was against Jeff Bagwell or something. He almost intentionally gave up a home run or at least a hard hit ball in the regular season so that he could get him out in the postseason.
Yeah, no, he literally gave up a home run because he was like, hey, he's going to look for that
he didn't
cutter.
know. I'm sure he probably didn't know that pitch was going to get hit for a home run. He just gave him something that he could hit, probably is what he was more like intending to do.
Inside fastball. Yeah, they were like, don't throw him an inside fastball. And then he calls his catcher up. He's like, hey, I'm going to go throw him an inside fastball. And his catcher is like, hey, don't do that. That's like the one thing you're not supposed to. And Maddox was like, just wait. Like, they're on a good team. We're on a good team. We're going to see him in the playoffs, and he's going to look for this pitch. And sure enough, in the playoffs, he throws him 4 straight changeups to strike him out.
Yeah. He was unreal. So we got some other news here. Did you saw the footage, that clip I sent you earlier in the week?
Yeah,
Please.
what a douchey move, honestly.
Yeah. So my boy Kenny Bowtie Rosenthal
Honestly,
Okay.
lost a lot of respect for him after that. So
Yeah. Yeah, so there's an incident at a game earlier this week. I believe it was against the Brewers. It's a widely clip out there. So the Brewers guy that he's interviewing, they do the whole Gatorade bath at the end of the day. Uh, Ken gets out of the way and knocks over the cameraman. And instead of like being a decent human being and trying to help him up, even though he's on camera or whatever, he just shoots him this look. Like
like,
he's Liam
why were you
Neeson.
in the way? Yeah.
Why are you in the way? He's shooting this cold, stone cold killer look. Like he's Liam Neeson shooting one of the guys who took his daughter and Taken. And then he's just like, ugh, he's like this pathetic, kind of like that Seymour Skinner going, just looking down at that Bart going, pathetic.
That reminds me a lot of Jerry Seinfeld in comedians getting in cars getting coffee or whatever that was.
Yeah.
He had a comment that always stuck with me where I forget what episode it was, but I think like the grip or something like tripped over something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the person he was interviewing was like, "Oh, hey, are you okay?" And Jerry looks at them and goes, "Oh, don't pay attention to them. They're here for you." I was like, "Damn, Jerry."
When you're a comedian, though, you can kind of
No, but he was being serious. He was like, "No, no, no. Like they're like this is about us. Like don't nothing back there matters." So
All right. Well, it's time we go and do our usual standings review here as we're getting close to the end here. And we'll start in the National League because we actually have some teams that have clinched playoff spots in the National League.
oh yeah.
So the Phillies have officially clinched the NL East. They have a 12 game lead over the Mets right now, who have just fallen apart
Yeah.
right now. And
They still got the
they
last wild card spot though. So
barely, because the Diamondbacks are only 2 games behind them somehow. And the
yeah.
Giants have fallen apart because they've had to play the Dodgers so much over the past few weeks.
But
The
since he's
Brewers,
only 2 games back too. That's
yeah,
crazy.
oh yeah, yep, since he's right there too.
Yeah.
Yep, since he's playing the Cubs right now. But in the National League Central, both the Brewers and the Cubs have clinched playoff spots.
Yeah.
Although the division isn't officially closed yet, the Brewers do have a 6 game lead on the division, so it's highly likely at this point that they are going to close it out unless they have a colossal choke job in the
Yeah.
next 10 days or so.
Yeah, I think it's probably fair to say the Cubbies are taking second place in that
Yes.
division.
And the Cubbies have definitely, though, at least clinched a playoff spot, so they are in good shape there. And
Yeah.
in the National League West, the Dodgers have a 3 game lead over the Padres, but it's really a 4 game lead because of the season series. The Padres are officially at least have a good opportunity to make the second wild card spot.
Yeah,
As
I'd
they
say
have
they're probably pretty safe in that.
they have a 4 game lead on the Mets for the second wild card.
Yeah.
So it's looking increasingly like the Dodgers are actually going to be the third playoff seed this time
Yeah.
around because they have they're behind 5 games to the Phillies in the win column. So
Yeah.
that's another situation where they're probably not going to gain 5 games on an opponent with this little time left.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty
Especially
accurate.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. If we're looking at things right now, it's looking like the Dodgers are going to end up playing the Mets, assuming they hold on for dear life and get their position.
Yeah.
Then the Padres are going to be going to Chicago to play the Cubbies in the wild card, which will be a really, really
Chicago.
good matchup.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, both those teams are really, really good. And in the American League, nobody's officially clinched a playoff spot yet in the American League.
Yeah, the American League is really close still.
Yeah, the American League is one of those that you could have a lot of different teams coming out of there. So right now, you have in the AL East, you have the Blue Jays with 89-64. They have a 3 game lead over the Yankees. And then
Yep.
the Red Sox are 3 games behind the Yankees.
Yep.
They've really, really been struggling since Roman Anthony went down. I think that's been a major
Yeah.
blow for them.
They're only a game and a half ahead of the Guardians now.
Yeah, the Guardians
Yeah.
are coming back, and in the in the AL Central, the Tigers are up only 3.5 games on the Guardians, as you mentioned, and I believe
Yep.
the Guardians beat up our Guardians have gone on a 7-game winning streak, and I believe they swept the Tigers a few days ago.
Oh,
They
wow.
just
Okay.
completed the sweep of them.
Yeah. I know
And
Jose Ramirez is hitting home runs like crazy right now. So
I'm pretty sure when I checked earlier, the Tigers were losing to the Braves today.
oh wow. Okay.
Bigly.
That's
Bigly.
another
Yeah.
half game right there.
The Braves are up 8-1 on the Tigers right now. So
Oh
that's
wow.
in the 9th inning. So that's likely going to be another win for them.
Yeah.
And Cleveland is currently up 2-0 on Minnesota. So
Oh
they could potentially gain another game tonight. And
yeah.
we have
And
a
they're
real contest here.
doing all that without Emmanuel Clase too, or two of
Yeah.
their closers. So
Yeah, well, Cade
yeah,
Smith has stepped it up in the closer role for that team. And they've
yeah, he
got a
really
good
has.
bullpen anyway.
Yeah,
Hunter
they really
Gaddis
did.
is
Yeah.
another good bullpen arm they have. And
Yeah.
then we have the AL West, which is
And
really, really interesting now because
Mariners are in it. I didn't realize this, but we're in a straight up tie with the Astros. So this series is really going to determine a lot. So
yeah, straight up tie, and they're playing each other. And for some reason, get the feeling that the Rangers are playing the Mariners next week as well,
oh, maybe.
or the Astros. I'm trying to load up the schedule and hopefully I don't crap my internet out here as I'm doing that because MLB.com is being really slow right now. Really, really slow right now. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let me go to next week. So starting on Tuesday, so Seattle gets Colorado in Seattle, which is good. And then
Yeah.
Houston gets Oakland. Sorry, not
Yeah,
Oakland.
we played Colorado and the Dodgers. So after
Ooh,
yeah.
that's like the best of times and worst of times right
Yes,
there. At least you
exactly.
got Colorado on the road, I think, for 4 games because you guys play on Thursday too.
Yeah, it's a very Dickensian end to our season.
And
So
then let's see, Houston gets the Angels next weekend, and let's see, Detroit gets Boston next weekend. That's a good playoff matchup there.
yeah.
Texas gets Cleveland next weekend
Ooh,
too.
that's gonna determine if Cleveland has a chance or not. Because I think Texas is 4 games out, so
Yeah,
they need to
Texas is
start
right.
sweeping people to catch up, I think. So
Yeah, it would have helped that DeGrom had won a couple days ago when I had him starting. He got blown up too.
yeah,
Ugh.
they kind of not their best pitchers don't really seem to show up when they need them. So
Yeah, yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you think you act like you've been there before, but it's just never easy to be in the championship week. It's just
yeah,
always a pressure cooker.
yep,
Just make your season gets down decided by like 1 or 2 plays.
yeah.
But in the special league, I am presently losing in that week in that matchup. I don't know how this ended up happening, but here's what ended up happening in the playoffs. Okay, so my team is technically the worst team. Okay, so
Yep.
in a six, we're in a 12-team league, so top
Mhm.
six their thing, top six, bottom six their thing.
Yeah.
So I'm the 12 seed in the first round of the consolation tournament here.
Uh-huh.
The 7 and 8 seed got the bye.
Yeah.
So and the ninth place team beat the eighth place team, and I, being the last place team, beat the other guy.
Seventh place team.
Yeah. Well, no, I beat the eighth. It's weird how they have these numbers, but they said I was 11th, but somehow I'm 12th. I don't know. It's so weird. But anyway, I ended up getting to face the eighth place team instead of placing the seventh place team. I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand for the life of me how this happened, because when you are when you're in a a 16 format, the first place team, the highest ranked seed with the bye, faces the worst team. I was the worst team by a mile. I should have facing the other person. I don't understand the logic of this thing. So I'm stuck having to face a team right now that has Salvador Perez, Pete Alonso, Bobby Witt Jr., Shohei Ohtani, Jaron Duran, Junior Caminero, and Garrett Crochet and Hunter Green, and I'm just trying to understand, how did this team miss the playoffs? What kind of incompetence did this manager roll out here? Oh, you have Edwin Diaz in a saves league, What kind of incompetence did this manager run with to where he missed the playoffs with them?
Hey, I mean, maybe he missed out by like half a game or something. So
he was in eighth place, so there was another team ahead of him.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hold on. I'm going to pull up the league standings for the season so we can see. Okay. So this guy was 9.5 games behind seventh place. And seventh place and sixth place were basically tied.
Okay.
I guess they lost tiebreaker. So somehow this team that was 9.5 games below seventh place missed the playoffs with those guys there. And Hunter Green was injured for times. But you still had, Shohei Ohtani, Bobby Witt Jr., Pete Alonso, Junior
Shohei
Caminero.
Ohtani didn't start playing until the last half of the season.
Well, all of those guys have been healthy, though. And Garrett Crochet, too. Garrett Crochet is one of the best pitchers in all of baseball this year.
Yeah.
How do you miss the playoffs with that much talent? There's just a gross mismanagement of that team to be able to miss the playoffs with that roster.
Sometimes you just get unlucky.
I'm not going to apologize for that. That is just dumb. So
sometimes the baseball gods scoff upon your team, and there's not a whole lot you can do.
I don't know what happened, but I did manage to get a transaction through that I am very, very proud of.
Oh, nice.
As a keeper, I managed to get Yordan Alvarez.
Yordaddy. Oh, he's probably going to retire pretty soon too. So,
I believe Yordan Alvarez is like 28 years old and signed a multi-year extension with the Astros a couple years ago. He's signed up for a while.
Yeah, but how many games did he play this year, and how many games is he gonna?
Well, that's the risk you run with Yordan Alvarez. But honestly, considering the crap that I've had on my team, I mean, he's still going to probably be drafted in the top 4 rounds next year.
Okay.
He was on a tear before he got this weird ankle injury at home plate.
Did he? Yeah, he is like a magnet for strange injuries. So
yeah. So he was playing really. He was on a good hot streak right now before he got injured. And I felt like he was the guy that I could potentially keep next year, assuming, of course, that he's healthy. But I don't have to make a decision about keepers until like January or February next year, really before they lock the league down. So it's not like I have to make a decision today.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I knew the guy who had him wasn't going to keep him, but I didn't think he would actually cut him. I was shocked when that happened.
Oh, he just straight up cut him. Okay.
He straight up cut him, and I picked him up as using my waiver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this guy, let me pull up his team here. He's currently in first place here. Haven't had a chance to say thank you for this move, but he is planning on keeping these 4 players from what he has told me. Nick Kurtz, which is looking like a real smart move right there, because that kid's probably going to be one of the first basemen drafted next year.
Yeah.
He's going to keep Eugenio Suarez.
That one, I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
agree with that one. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen his numbers, but Suarez is hitting under 100 in Seattle since coming back.
Yeah, I would think you would keep Jordan over Suarez, kind of a similar player.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, and Suarez is I think 34 years old now.
Yeah, Suarez will play every day, but he bats like incredibly streaky. So
Now, he is going to be a free agent after the season, so there's really no way to know where he's going to be,
yeah,
obviously.
he seems to play a lot better outside of Seattle. So
Yeah. Yeah, he was I think he had a 900 plus OPS when he was playing in Arizona.
yeah, he was at like 25 home runs halfway into the season, I think, or something
Yep.
like that. So
He was really good. He's going to keep Brent Rooker. I can see that. That's a good thing. Brent Rooker's a good player. And obviously Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarby.
So that's his four players he's keeping. He does also have Chris Sale and Mason Miller. I can
So
understand not
I'd
wanting to keep.
keep one of them over Rooker.
I don't know. Rooker's been really good though. Rooker has been pretty consistent this year, actually.
Yeah, but you top level pitching. I mean, that's kind of hard to.
I don't know though. Chris Sale is so injury prone though. He
Yeah,
gets these wacky injuries. Like when he was but when he's healthy, obviously, like he was in 2020, well, it was last year, 2024, he won the Cy Young, but he's also
yeah.
getting up there too. I think he's going to be 37. I think he's like the same age as Kershaw, actually.
Oh, okay.
But Rooker's been really good this year, though. I mean,
Yeah, that's
in
true.
the according to the league, this league's format, he's 24th overall in this league.
Oh,
Third,
okay.
30 home runs, 91 runs, 87 RBIs, 267 batting average. Like that's solid stuff.
That guy's collecting athletics, it sounds like.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is converting himself to be an Athletics fan from an Angels fan because Vegas is getting the Athletics.
There we go.
And he tends on getting season tickets from
All right.
what I've been told.
Yeah.
So now my situation is going to be a little more interesting. I'm also trying to get Cole Reagans, who got dropped.
Ooh.
Now, Cole Reagans, of course, he came back from his injury recently, pitched like as we talked, I think we talked about earlier on the show. He pitched like 60 pitches his last time out, but he was healthy.
Yeah, he
He's
looked
probably
pretty
going
good
to
too, other than the home run that he gave up, but it was still a good pitch.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he could be a potential guy there. Now the only thing is that I might have a harder time getting him because he's healthy versus Jordan being put on the injury list. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
there's less demand for that. So I might have a harder time getting him, but I think Alvarez was the higher priority pickup.
Yeah.
And I also just for me because it's just me, I went and picked up Rich Hill and put him on my not available spot.
Ah, dude, Dick Mountain, let's go.
He's not signed with any team right now, but I could not resist just sitting him on there.
Dude, he has the best nickname in baseball. Honestly, just for his nickname alone, I think it's worth it. So
Yeah, yeah. I just love it. I'm so happy that I have him there. That just puts a smile on my face, even though I'm likely going to lose this week and have to play one more meaningless week of baseball. Let's see. I'm gonna circle back and look at my actual team here for a second here. And let's see here. It's still 12-7.
hmm,
It's still
there you
12
go.
to 7. But let's see here.
I was kind of hoping that Lily would get ninth place, but apparently my team decided they were going to play the last game of the season. So
Yeah, and my other free agent pickup this today, Jacob Mizorowski, has already walked 3 guys and is down 2-1 to the St. Louis Cardinals. Yay! Oh, this is
thirds.
yeah, this is one of those memes this weekend where Sheldon Cooper is blowing into the bag. That's going to be me for the next few days. Just,
Sorry, you got Saturday and Sunday left. So
yeah, and I got Robbie Ray pitching tonight against the Dodgers because how can I not screw myself over some more here?
Robbie,
Yeah,
dude, maybe he'll throw a no-no and then you'll understand why.
I need to get some strikeouts is what I need. I need some strikeouts. I need my bats to just keep holding things up because they are doing their job. The bats have held up so far, but Jeff is starting to mount a bit of a comeback here. He's already
Yeah,
got
I
four
can't tell.
extra.
Seattle is winning 1-0 over the Astros, and Hunter Brown is the one who's pitching. So
Yeah,
I'd say that's going pretty well. Solo home run off of Hunter Brown. That's an accomplishment right there.
yeah. Usually it's the good pitchers that give up the just the home runs. There was one
Yeah,
year where Verlander won the Cy Young Award and he gave up like 39 home runs.
huh, that makes sense.
Pretty wild stuff there.
Yeah, there's just like solo homers just chipping away. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much
Yeah.
just because he had a whip of like .9 something that year.
Oh yeah,
He
it's
was
definitely
playing beautiful.
solo home runs then. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and start sulking and crying in the corner here while my team is playing. Do you have any closing remarks for this show, Shane?
Yeah. The AL MVP Cal Raleigh is now at 56 home runs and is ahead of Mickey Mantle for the most home runs by a switch hitter in a season. MVP, 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 MVP.
Well, it'll this upcoming stretch, if he can help power his team to the finish line, he'll make himself a great case for being the MVP.
He already has made himself a great case for the MVP.
A greater case for the MVP. How about that? Greater.
Plus, if he gets the MVP, I win money in Vegas. So let's go, Cal. You got this.
Oh, what odds did you get on that?
It was plus 850, and I bet 50. So
Oh,
looking at
that's pretty good actually.
looking at a cool 475. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll root for that just so
yeah.
that he
Dude,
can get the spot.
if he wins AL MVP and somehow the Cubs win the World Series, that's $1,000.
Well, we'll be watching those bets over the coming weeks.
Yeah. Now finally, it's like crazy. It's finally coming to fruition. I almost like, you forget especially when you bet like futures that far out, you always kind of forget what's going on. But
Would you rather the Mariners win the World Series or the Cubs win the World Series?
Mariners. But we'll see what happens.
Would
The
you
thing is, the Mariners can just go to the World Series and face the Cubs, and then we'll finally get that monkey off of our back.
So are you gonna find the Etsy witch and put a spell of your own on to the Mariners to help them along, or is it a one-time use only for the magic spells?
I think it's one-time use only, and I'm just gonna good vibes like with Gino. So
All right, and on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
bye now.